Will the Gulfstream G700 beat out the Global 7500? In this video, we will see. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Elite Ace Aviation. In this video, we are going to talk about the two new powerhouses in aviation, the new Gulfstream G700 versus the Bombardier Global 7500. These two aircraft companies have been two home run hitters in the aviation industry for many years. And going into the new decade, they are both looking to make a statement showing they will be around for many years to come. Let's get into the video. Gulfstream has been what seems to be a household name for many, even for some that know nothing about aviation, due in part to how many times the G series of their aircraft have been mentioned in songs throughout the 2000s, most notably the G5. Many music artists use the G5's name in music to imply their wealth or status. The term G5 quickly became a name that many people across the country became acquainted with. Will the new G700 become another reference in pop culture? Well, we will have to wait and see, but we know one thing. It is already hugely popular around the world, and Gulfstream is not set to make their first deliveries of this beauty until 2022. Gulfstream's large cabin jets continue to account for the majority of deliveries in the third quarter of 2019 at 29. So it does not seem their business is slowing down at all. In fact, they are up in sales as of fourth quarter of 2019. The G700 boasts an impressive 7,500 nautical mile range, Rolls-Royce Pearl 700 powered behemoth engines with the specifications aligning closely to the Bombardier Global 7500. The G700 is Gulfstream's longest jet and able to carry up to 19 passengers comfortably, or 10 sleeping passengers. Colin Miller of Gulfstream says the G700 will have the longest, tallest, widest cabin in the traditional business jet industry. The aircraft will achieve its maximum range at Mach 0.85. At Mach 0.9, the G700 will have a range of 6,400 nautical miles, which Mark Burns with Gulfstream says it's more than 1,000 nautical miles more than competing aircraft at that speed. The G700 will have a Mach 0.925 operating speed. The new G700 will also feature 5 cabin areas, including a crew rest area, main cabin area with LCD TV, forward gallery, dining area with 6-person table, and a master suite. The cabin will be 4,850 foot at its maximum cruise altitude of 51,000 feet, in addition to a maximum takeoff weight of a whopping 107,600 pounds. One of the most important aspects many times for buyers in this market is the takeoff and landing distance. The G700 will have the ability to take off from 6,250 feet of runway and land in just 2,500 feet at an unspecified typical landing weight. The new Gulfstream G700 is something very exciting for the aviation industry, that is for sure. Now let's take a look at its biggest competitor, the Bombardier Global 7500. Bombardier, on the other hand, has been an industry leader in aviation for many years in its own right. For many aviation enthusiasts or pilots, it's hard to mention a Gulfstream aircraft without at least thinking about whatever competing Global is out there at that time. Global has done well with competing with Gulfstream, and some would say the Global 7500 may actually have some key advantages over the Gulfstream 700. With the new 7500, Bombardier changed the name of the Global 7000 Ultra Long Range aircraft to the 7500 due to performance improvements that continue to surpass expectations. The Bombardier 7500 has been in service since December of 2018. VistaJet Charter and NetJets have a combined order total for the 7500 of 50 aircraft, thrust using a combined 459 gallons per hour. The 7500 has a range of 7,700 nautical miles operating under NBAA IFR 8 passengers with available fuel. One thing that certainly stands out about the Global 7500 is the cutting-edge feat of engineering in the wing design, offering up one of, if not the smoothest rides in private aviation. The cabin volume is 2,786 cubic feet, seating up to 19 passengers with 4 crew seats. The maximum cruise speed is 476 knots with a long-range speed of 459 knots. The aircraft can take off with just 5,800 foot of runway with a landing distance of 2,850 feet. For such a large aircraft, that is an incredibly short landing distance, opening up more options for accessibility. The Global 7500 has a maximum operating altitude of 51,000 feet. So in conclusion, who wins the battle of the Goliaths in aviation? Let's compare a little side by side for a minute. The The Bombardier Global, with a range of 7,700 nautical miles, slightly edges the G700 in range of just 200 nautical miles. Both aircraft hold up to 19 passengers. The cabin of the Global 7500 is slightly larger by volume, although the G700 has slightly larger dimensions and cabin length that beats the Global by 2.5 feet. Both aircraft have state-of-the-art avionics systems with all the latest and greatest technology, so no clear winner in this category. Both engines are impressive, with the GE Passport engines designed specifically for the Global 7500. Cruising speeds are both about the same. The price tag on the Gulfstream G700 is about $2 million more at $75 million than Global 7500 at $73 million. Who's counting anyway? The Global 7500 takeoff distance is better by about 450 feet, requiring 5,800 feet of runway, in comparison to the G700 needing 6,250 feet. The Gulfstream G700 has a landing distance of 2,500 feet at an unspecified typical landing weight, with the Global 7500 needing 2,850 feet of landing distance. Not sure who won in this category, as we do not know what the unspecified typical landing weight is for the Gulfstream. Either way, they are both impressive short distances. My final thoughts on this are simple. I don't think either of these companies have enough of an advantage to win this battle. Both aircraft companies are world-renowned for their aircraft designs and many happy customers around the world. If you are spending that kind of money on either of these aircraft, I believe what would set a specific brand apart from the other is how they treat their customers and the relationship they have with their customer base. Either way, we are looking forward to seeing both of these in the sky for the foreseeable future. But that'll do it for this video. If you like this video, please consider subscribing or giving this video a like. We will have many more videos like this one to come. Comment below which aircraft would you buy, if you had the money, of course. Until next time, happy flying.